Yo, Vosh, Andrew Callaghan subtly compared you and Hasan to drug dealers in his newest video, victimizing both himself and his viewers as hurt from your coverage of his abuse as a means of... Wait, is he making a video on the shit that he did? 1 hour long video from 22 hours ago. You know, I saw the first, like, minute of his video in San Francisco, and it was immediately very gripping. I haven't actually seen it, because I thought I was going to cover it on stream at some point, but I don't know. Bro, the last thing he needs right now is beef with both Hasan and Vosh. I mean, well, we'll see if the chatter is accurate in their assessment of the... No, Vosh, it's a good video that grinds to a halt to air his personal grievances. Oh, so it's like the ContraPoints video. I love that. There's a clip on your subreddit. Oh, okay. That way I make sure the timestamp is correct, I guess. Let's see. Sorry, I made the mistake of briefly observing my
And to wonder if this psychology...
Wow. My subreddit, you know, always dangerous, kind of like a mimetic hazard, you know, briefly being stun locked by the titles and all the silly nonsense. Okay. Channel 5 calls out Vosh. Many such cases. People love to do this with me. What's up? Okay, we got a lot of pixels here. What do you guys see in the pixels? To me, it looks like a white Harlequin mask at the bottom of a well. Like, this is the well, the brown's the dirt over here, and then, like, this is the mask.
And to wonder if this psychology was shared by even more heinous criminals, like child traffickers or elephant poachers. Does anybody actually accept, embrace, and consciously spread evil, or do they all construct frameworks to avoid moral responsibility?
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that, but probably closer to the latter than the former.
And speaking of moral responsibility...
Oh, that's how we're segueing into this? In the streets? All right, let's do it. Man, I wish I was more prepared, but, like, dude, Andrew Callaghan didn't just do one bad thing. He did a lot of bad things. There were, like, a bunch of text logs and, like, corroborated stories and like lots of them where it just, yeah, like, serial, like, incredibly creepy, weird, like, sexual harass, assault, just, like, yeah, like a road trip of sexual assault. You know, there's so much stuff. Did he even apologize? Did he even? Did he even apologize? Was there anything? Not really, no. He did on a second channel. I feel like I watched the video and I don't think he apologized, really. Standard YouTuber apology? Okay, yeah. Because I remember covering it, and I remember not being impressed by it. He just started quietly uploading again? Yeah.
What are the ethics behind what I'm doing? Is my coverage of places like Kensington unethical and kind of f***ed up? Since making my last video in San Francisco, I've become aware of an entire side of the internet, particularly YouTube, that films homeless people under the guise of humanization and does huge numbers, and understandably so. Poverty is pornographic. The difference is, you don't generally jerk off to homeless content or hood vlogs, but it tantalizes a similarly curious part of the brain that gets excited by the forbidden and dangerous. For that reason, Kensington is pretty...
That's totally true. Those, like, homeless humanization channels are the ones that take, like, millions of views, like taking you on a look through LA Skid Row or whatever. It is like poverty porn. It's for people who are well off, or at least, like, somewhat well off, to look at and to go, like, you know, like, wow, that's crazy, you know. Or to sort of, like, salaciously indulge in, yeah, human zoo stuff, essentially, yeah.
Pretty much the #1 homeless YouTube content zone in the country. In fact, there's like 50 YouTube documentaries up right now, just like this one.
No.
Which all follow pretty much the same marketing structure.
Look at that. 20 million views 4 months ago. Philadelphia zombies. Today I fulfilled a long-held dream of visiting and documenting the darkest neighborhood I've ever encountered, Kensington. Like, this, like, nothing here, it has nothing to do with, like, sympathy or, you know, concern for the poor or anything like that. It's gonzo shit, you know? It's pornography. It's just meant to, you know, give you a little window, be a little poverty tourist, you know? I don't know. It's really gross stuff. Zombies should be considered dehumanizing? Yeah. Yes, it is. Black conservative, 24. There you go.
Strategy. City of Zombies. Further dehumanizing Americans suffering from necrotizing fasciitis, and purposely using salacious language to collect ad revenue from views, which, because of our declining attention span, which also comes as a result of a Chinese psyop called TikTok, are best driven by clickbait titles.
Oh, this isn't a straight rip. You're screen recording this. Wait, this is the call out? It's literally just showing... This isn't very substantive. Andrew Callaghan confesses. Andrew Callaghan follow-up. He admitted it. That's it? That's it? That's the whole... That's it?
By clickbait titles.
It seems a little bit weird to me that he would be doing a bit on how, like, clickbait doesn't actually serve the interests of the poor when their suffering is documented. And then he would, it would be like, here's an example of clickbait titles, and it's two people covering him being a rapist. You know what I mean? Like, look at all these, look at all this salacious, degrading, exploitative coverage of the poor, and also of me being a rapist. I'm just like the zombies of Philadelphia, you know? I am suffering a spiritual necrotitis of the rotting of the leg in the streets of Philadelphia, in the form of people pointing out the race, I also think he's comparing what you did to poverty tourism. I mean, I guess, like, there certainly is a degree of, I guess, sort of, like, salacious, clickbaity coverage involved in talking about sexual assault being perpetrated by a popular YouTuber. My solution to this would be for the YouTuber to not do sexual assault. I think that'd be a good way to avoid... critical support to any and all engaging in a reduction of YouTube drama clickbait coverage of YouTubers doing sexual assault by not doing sexual assault, you know? I think that might be an effective way of dragging it down a little bit. The irony is Channel 5 is basically half poverty tourism. To be clear, yes, Channel 5 is very funny, it's elevated, but in a lot of cases, absolutely, 100%. The videos that he did at, like, the NASCAR rally, I don't remember all of them, but, like, yeah, he's done plenty of videos where, like, people, like, watch, like, very poor people, yeah, Crip Mac, yeah, and go like, wow, haha, what wacky guys. And the video will indicate their poverty and problems, but, you know, people aren't watching there to, like, line up their charitable contributions. You know, they're watching it because they want to go, because people, this is a very, like, middle class thing to do. Okay. Middle class people love to anxiously reassure themselves that they're not in the lower class. That's the main thing middle class people love to do. Middle class people love to consume media that reminds them that there are people in a lower social strata. There's nothing they enjoy more, you know? They love that shit. So it's, you know, it's, I don't know. Is there an ethical way of filming and showing lives in poverty and letting them speak without making it pornographic? To an extent, that pornography is always going to be an element of the coverage, because in order to get people to pay attention, you have to make the content entertaining. And if you want to make the content entertaining, you have to lean at least a little bit into, well, the salaciousness or whatever, like that. I mean, that's a part of it, you know? I think there are better ways of doing it. Like Channel 5, I think, does a relatively good job, you know? It's not hard to go on YouTube and find examples of people full on treating poor people like, you know, 28 days later as zombies, you know, like wandering around Skid Row. I've seen videos like this. I grew up near enough to Skid Row. I mean, I grew up in LA, so Skid Row's not that far. It's downtown, you know? And I've been to Skid Row, and it's horrible there. And then, like, if you are walking through Skid Row in basically any context, like, you're walking past it and you're just trying to get by it because it's, like, not a pleasant place to be. But then you see, like, YouTube videos and people are being like, yo, is that guy shooting on the street, you know? Holy shit, bro. And then it's like, okay, you know, it's not hard to find videos like that. I think Channel 5 has always been one of the better channels when it comes to covering stuff like this, because while there is the pornographic element to it, you know, it's well structured and entertaining and sympathetic and so on. So yeah, I don't know. Dude, unironically though, I think Andrew Callaghan's kind of a monster. Like, imagine after all the horrible shit that he did, he's unironically trying to argue that, like, oh, people who take advantage of the poor for their YouTube clicks are just like people who cover my sexual assault, you know? Yeah, like, he's the victim. He's just like the poorest man in Philadelphia, you know? It's kind of repugnant. It wouldn't surprise me if he was still people or doing sexual assault or whatever. Hopefully women keep away from him. I don't know. It's one thing to not apologize, and it's another thing to not apologize and then to be like, actually, I am just like the, you know, the impoverished and the needy, in that I too am the victim of salacious. Yeah, it's not, you're not a victim if you do bad things and people, like, cover it, you know? Still so disappointed you did that stuff, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's